think I started forgiving people out of desperation. I didn't like myself. I didn't not like who I was. If I'd kept going, would I have committed suicide and actually gotten the job done? Maybe. I
Oh,
just couldn't live like that. And I wanted to change. So I decided when I was in my 20s, I decided, okay, I'm going to be kind of a lighthouse and I'm going to show my family how to do it right. That's a really good thought for an adult. But when you're
right.
a late teenager, like in your 18, 19, 20, 21, it doesn't really work well for you because the adults don't want you to point out where they're wrong. It's not really a good thing for a kid to kind of say. So you kind of get labeled a rebel. As it turns out, I was right, but
Right.
it worked as an adult, not so much as a kid. But I kind of kept on doing it, and I can't. It just kind of naturally. It was like a breadcrumb trail how I got to it. Um, the people that were hardest to forgive, I always save them for last. And I came up with the 10 scale, and your number 10s, those are the bear. You don't want to poke the bear. Okay, well, you're not ready to poke the bear, so you keep it for last. You keep those 10s for last. But there's other things you could forgive, I discovered. Like you could forgive the energy around the person. Einstein proved that energy is neither created nor destroyed. It just kind of changes form. So when you get mad, you think, okay, it goes out of my mouth and it goes up into the universe and it dissipates. No, it does not. Sad to say. Wish it did. It does not. It stays around your energy field, which is right around your body. And the energy field's there, whether you believe it or not, it's there. And if you hold on to that energy too long, it's going to start to affect your life. It's like, let's say this is a little glass of anger. I could easily hold it off to the side. I could talk to you. I could see my new significant other, job opportunities, real easy. But the longer I hold on to it, the more anger I'm going to put inside the glass. So eventually I'm going to need to hold it up like this because my body's going to start to hurt. And if I still don't put it down, now look at me, my body language. I
Hmm.
can't see you. I can't see opportunities. I'm missing things. So forgiveness allows you to move it to the side and eventually put it down. Now I can see the opportunities. Now I can see where I'm going. My health is coming back. Money's coming back.
You know what? I normally stay away from like these ideas that energy fields and things I consider more like woo woo sorts of stuff. But I'm kind of on board for this, like because I do think I've even been reading recently how that like happiness or sadness or anger, these things are contagious, right?
Yeah,
Like
they're
there's a
very
lot there's a
contagious.
lot of studies that go into this, especially like if someone is living on your block that you have some sort of exposure to. Like
Yeah.
if you see them and they get a promotion and they're in a good mood, you're likely to feel better as well. So you can imagine in your household, like you said, if you have an alcoholic in that household, which is like alcohol is a legendary depressive,
Sure.
and so depressant, and so this idea that this energy that you're speaking or feeling, yeah, like even if it's not violent behavior, you have to be around someone that is depressed or someone that is, you know, perhaps, unhappy with their lives and not even admitting it. Like a lot of like I think older men that I read a book called I don't want to talk about it from Terry Real, is about covert depression, and the
Great
idea,
title.
yeah, it was a great book actually, and what he's essentially saying is that like there are a lot of men that they just present much differently than women when it comes to depression. And so there's a lot of men walking around that are very undiagnosed. And so they're either, maybe they're getting into drugs or alcohol, but it's not like an emotion that men are ever allowed to have. And so if you have this stifling of sadness and loss and emotion, and you're in a house as a child, like you're going to know what's up. But you can't put a finger on it because you're too young to understand it.
But you
But
can feel it.
you can feel it. It
Mm-hmm.
seeps into you a little
Yep.
bit, and these are things that like it seems like you are undoing now with this idea of of forgiveness.